You may already be paying for a trick, and it's sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. One bottle on that senior supplement shelf costs more and proves less than the plain version standing 2 feet away. Same ingredients, bigger price, zero extra testing behind one word: senior. That's just the beginning. Missing ratios, misread seals. Absorption seniors specifically lose, that labels never mention. Freshness numbers no brand wants to show you. 20 tricks total, counting down to the one nearly every senior falls for, hidden behind a certification that's actually real. Some products survive this investigation clean, most won't. Subscribe now, drop a comment with the product you're most nervous is already on this list, and hit like if you've ever paid extra for a word instead of a number. Our first offender on the list is the senior formula. You grab it because it says senior formula on the front, and that word does a lot of work. It sounds like a doctor made a decision for you, so you pay the premium and walk out feeling responsible. Flip it. Compare the ingredient panel to the standard version on the shelf next to it. Most of the actives match almost line for line. There is no extra certification requirement tied to the word senior. Sometimes one nutrient is dialed down for a real reason, but the front never tells you which nutrient or why, so you can't tell a real adjustment from a repackage. You didn't buy medical customization, you bought a word. And that word just cost you the difference on every refill. The next trick is worse because it hides behind something real. Next up is the gummy tax. Gummies feel gentler, easier to chew, easier to remember, less like medicine. That's the whole sale. Flip the panel. Gummy formats often carry a lower active dose per piece than the tablets standing beside them, and they add sugar or pectin to make that lower dose taste like a treat. Easier to take quietly becomes less delivered. Convenience isn't the crime. Selling convenience at potency's price is. The next one isn't about the dose. It's about the number they print to look strong. Coming in next is extra strength serving size math. Big bold number on the front. Feels like an upgrade. Check the serving size. Sometimes that number only appears if you take 2 capsules instead of 1, so the per pill dose never actually changed. You just started needing twice as many pills to get there. That's not a stronger formula. That's arithmetic dressed up as innovation. The next one hits the exact people who need calcium the most and never warns them. Another wallet drainer is calcium carbonate, sold blind. It's the cheapest calcium on the shelf, so it looks like the smart pick. Here's the problem. Calcium carbonate needs stomach acid to dissolve. Stomach acid drops with age, and drops further on acid-reducing medication. Common for people exactly this aisle is aimed at. Absorption can fall sharply in that situation, while calcium citrate stays stable regardless. The label never mentions any of this. The cheapest bottle on the shelf can be the least absorbed calcium for the exact buyer standing in front of it. The next one doesn't hide a fact. It hides a number entirely. Now we have the proprietary joint blend. Real ingredient names on the label. Glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM. All things you've heard are good for joints. That recognition is the bait. Here's the confession. The law only requires the total blend weight and the ingredients listed in order. Individual doses inside that blend are never required to be disclosed. You can read every ingredient name and still have no idea if any single one is dosed high enough to do anything. The label gives you words. It withholds the number that would let you judge it. The next trick doesn't hide the number. It prints the wrong unit and lets you do the confusing math yourself. That brings us to IU versus micrograms. One bottle screams a huge number, another looks weak beside it. You grab the bigger number, except vitamin D gets labeled in IU on some products and micrograms on others, and the two aren't the same scale. Two bottles that look wildly different in strength can be nearly identical once you convert. You didn't choose the stronger product, you chose the one that was better at printing big. The next one doesn't lie either. It just stays quiet about the one test that matters. Another product worth calling out is fish oil that won't show its number. Omega-3s are supposed to fight inflammation. That's why it's in the cart. Fish oil degrades with time, heat, and light, and independent review data suggests a meaningful share of tested omega-3 products exceed the voluntary freshness limits set by the industry's own oxidation standards. Most retail bottles show 0 peroxide, anisidine, or Totox numbers anywhere on the label. Fresh is a word on a bottle. It's not a number you can check. And if the brand won't show you the number, you're the one absorbing the risk that it's stale. Before the next product, steal this. Do this once in the store and the whole shelf starts looking different. Compare cost per useful serving, not the price on the tub. Check whether the ingredient has a named amount or disappears into a blend. For calcium, no citrate from carbonate, especially against acid-reducing medication. Look for an actual verification mark, not a claim, an actual seal. And compare a senior SKU to the standard SKU side by side before you ever pay the difference. You're not shopping anymore. You're investigating. If that test just made you want to go check your own cabinet, good. That's the point. Like this video so the algorithm actually shows it to the next person about to overpay for a seal they've never read correctly. Comment which trick on this list you didn't see coming. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is where it starts paying off, because the next 10 get worse. The next offender is doctor recommended, no doctor named. It sounds like an endorsement. It reads like a medical stamp of approval. There's no disclosed name, no specialty, no survey size behind it, because none of that is required to print the phrase. Technically true, functionally meaningless. The claim isn't fake. It's just empty enough to mean nothing. Another wallet drainer is the glucosamine chondroitin combo oversell. Both names sound proven together, so the combo product costs more than either ingredient alone. The actual research shows chondroitin has real benefit against placebo. Glucosamine mainly helps with stiffness, but the combination hasn't shown strong evidence of beating placebo on its own. You're paying combo pricing for single ingredient level proof. Next up is non-GMO on a product that never had a GMO version. It reads like extra safety work. It's not extra anything. It's often not even relevant to that ingredient category to begin with. A true claim doing the job of a false impression. Coming in next is bundle savings math. The subscription box promises a discount just for committing. Run the actual per unit price once shipping and frequency get factored in, next to a plain single bottle at the store. The gap is often smaller than the banner suggested, sometimes barely there at all. Another product worth calling out is the clinically studied ingredient, not clinically studied dose. The label name drops a real study. That's not the lie. The lie is the amount. The ingredient in your bottle can be a fraction of what the cited study actually used, a pattern documented across the industry, sometimes called pixie dusting. The name is real. The dose isn't the one that worked. Now we have the allergen-free health halo, gluten-free, dairy-free, real claims, printed big right next to the price increase. Neither one touches potency or absorption. It's a true label doing the emotional work of a bigger promise. That brings us to USP verified misread. This is the seal you were told to trust, and you should, more than most claims on this shelf. Here's what it actually confirms. The bottle contains what the label says in the stated amount without harmful contaminant levels, and it dissolves properly. That's real, independent testing. What it doesn't confirm is that the product works for the condition it's marketed to treat. The most trustworthy seal in the aisle is also the most misread one. Another offender is the store brand, same factory. Store brand and name brand bottles sitting feet apart, one costing far less. Same contract manufacturer, same verification tier. The only thing that changed is the label design and the number on the price tag. Next up is Made in USA, imported ingredient. It reads like the whole product was built here. That claim can legally apply only to the final packaging step, while the raw ingredient shipped in from somewhere else entirely. True on a technicality, not what the front label wants you to picture. Coming in next is Mega Dose Theater. 500% of the daily value looks like more product for your money. Past a certain point for water-soluble vitamins, your body simply excretes the excess. A bigger number on the panel isn't a bigger benefit in you. Third on the list is the almost good product. Good dose, real ingredient. Nothing dramatically wrong with it, which is exactly the problem. No freshness testing disclosed anywhere. No potency verification. It's not a bad product. It's a product asking for trust it never bothered to earn on paper at full price. Next up is the boring winner. Plainest bottle on the shelf. No blend name, no flashy claim, no story. Named dose. Real seal. Nothing to hide, so it hides nothing. The least exciting bottle in this whole investigation turned out to be the most transparent one in it. First up on the list, for the biggest reason of the whole video, is the certification literacy trick. This is the one nearly everyone on this shelf falls for because it isn't a bad ingredient or a sneaky ratio. It's a real seal, being read the wrong way for years. Learn to read USP, NSF, or EFOS correctly, what they actually test and what they don't promise. And every claim on every bottle you've already seen tonight gets rescored. The senior formula tax, the blend that hit its numbers, the seal you assumed meant proven. One habit undoes all of it, permanently, on every future purchase. The aisle was never lying to you. It was counting on you stopping before the back label. Don't trust the front. Don't confuse a familiar brand with proven value. Don't assume expensive means tested or cheap means weak. Like this video if it just changed how you shop. Comment what you take and what you pay per serving. Subscribe now. The next investigation is coming, and it's going to cost some brands a lot more than this one did. Read the whole label. Run the math. Keep the difference.